The Big Bang Theory universe has expanded with young Sheldon and now Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. But despite existing in the same reality, there are very few characters who actually appeared in all three shows. In 2007, Chuck Lorre and Bill Prady launched the nerd-centric sitcom after a few changes to its original iteration. The result was a stronger series debut, although still far from the juggernaut that it eventually became later on. The Big Bang Theory's popularity, despite its problematic brand of comedy, resulted in offshoots, starting with young Sheldon, which essentially confirmed Sheldon as its true lead. As the universe sustains its success, it has also evolved beyond the flagship's original premise. On the heels of young Sheldon's emotional finale, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage was born. Technically also a prequel, the new sitcom focuses on Sheldon's oldest brother and his growing family, something that The Big Bang Theory never mentioned. Because of the way the franchise has played with the timeline, however, the crossing over of characters has been tricky. Ultimately, only 4 players have appeared in all 3 shows thus far. Long before Annie Potts played the character of Connie Tucker in Young Sheldon, the existence of Sheldon's Meemaw was established in The Big Bang Theory when Penny found her letters to her moonpie. Several seasons later, June Squibb debuted the role in the nerd-centric sitcom for a one-time appearance. In her appearance, she visited Pasadena on her own to check up on Sheldon on the heels of his heartbreaking split with Sheldon. By then, the couple had already gotten back together. After Young Sheldon was canceled, Potts has reprised the role of Meemaw a couple of times in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. During her first appearance, she visited the couple's trailer home after leaving the McAllisters. On her return, she joined the rest of the remaining Texas-based Cooper family members for Thanksgiving. The introduction of Sheldon's twin sister came as a surprise to the rest of his friends, especially since she wasn't anything like the socially inept genius. When Courtney Hengler debuted Missy in The Big Bang Theory Season 1, she became an immediate fan favorite because of her humor and personality. Unfortunately, the nerd-centric sitcom took a whole decade before bringing her back for Sheldon and Amy's wedding. Young Sheldon had more time with Reagan Reward's version, as she was essentially a main cast member. Unfortunately, Missy was often lost in the shuffle in terms of storytelling. George's death in Young Sheldon defines her arc after the events of the Big Bang Theory prequel. Like Meemaw, Missy has already appeared twice in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, allowing the spin-off sequel to continue her story. As the show moves forward, expect more appearances from George and Mary's only daughter. Georgie was the last Cooper family member to appear in The Big Bang Theory. There wasn't much revealed about him prior to his debut, primarily because Sheldon didn't talk about him. Apparently, George and Mary's boys were in conflict for years, and they were only forced to patch things up so Jerry O'Connell Jr., E's character, would attend his brother's wedding. Still, Georgie's introduction was perhaps one of the most emotional character debuts in the series. In Young Sheldon, the eldest Cooper sibling started as Sheldon's slower brother who hated being in school with him. Over time, however, Georgie's arc became so much more interesting compared to the socially inept genius, especially when Mandy was introduced. The success of the pair's whirlwind romance resulted in the launch of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, which Montana Jordan now spearheads with Emily Osment, the very first member of the Cooper family to debut in The Big Bang Theory was Mary, played by Laurie Metcalf. She also has the most number of guest appearances in the nerd-centric sitcom that by the time Zoe Perry took over the role in Young Sheldon, the matriarch was already an established character. That said, The 7 years in the prequel proved that there were sides to her that were never shown in The Big Bang Theory. Ultimately, it was also great to see her dynamic with George develop. Joining Mima and Missy, Mary has already appeared in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage twice, and she is confirmed to return for a third time in its freshman season. Despite being a new show in the Big Bang Theory franchise, Jordan and Osmond's series is spiritually a continuation of young Sheldon. The couple is still based in Medford, so bringing back Mary and the rest of the family has been fairly easy.